Hello and welcome back to our Pokemon Soulstones 2 playthrough. We are here in the Indies jungle as we have ourselves some side quests yet again to go ahead and get ourselves into, as we go ahead and make our way towards Angelo and Time Priestess and all of that other good stuff. So let's go ahead and see what this side quest is all about first of all, because side quests give goodies. You there, I need your help. I've been trying to search for some special mushrooms in the Indies jungles. I've had no luck in my search so far, but I'm hoping I can secure the help of an adventurer such as yourself. You see, these mushrooms can be mashed and distilled into a special concoction. I think she's up to something devious. If you can bring me some of the special mushrooms that I seek, I can share some of the potions I make with you. Okay, I'm hoping they're not just like hyper potions. That'd be kind of boring, but are you interested in helping? Yes! Excellent. As I told you before, you can go into the Indies jungles and search the larger mushroom stalks that should be located throughout the grounds. If you've reached the Indies temple grounds, you've gone too far. If you're able to bring back, say, 8 piles of mushrooms, that'd be ideal for my recipe. I can convert the piles of mushrooms into a set of special potions that I can share with you. Potion seller. I would like your finest potions. Which of these? This? Ah, but I'm mushroomed by a stalk Pokemon. Okay, well, that was quick. Palpitoad. Grass poison. We should maybe catch one, I guess. I mean, the good thing about Seismitoad normally is the fact that it is... Oh, it has protein, first of all. Okay, that makes me more enticed. I will admit, it makes me more enticed. But normally the good thing about Seismitoad is its typing. So changing its typing does make me feel like Seismitoad's going to be garbage. Because its stat distribution isn't great. Its abilities are fine. I mean, seeing protein obviously is more than fine, but stats normally aren't too good. So we'll see if this is anything interesting. And this is Palpitoad. I'm just slightly shuffling the letters to make it more funny to me. We'll have a quick look at the summary. Yep, you are an adamant nature, which could be good. Your attack and special attack don't seem all too different. That might not be anything that's super fantastic. 0 IVs in special attack. Tragic. Protein with Giga Drain, Sludge Wave. I mean, just stab moves anyway, so the protein doesn't really matter too much. But could be interesting on evolution. I don't think it'll be a Pokemon that I really care about too much, though. Yellow mushrooms, do they do anything? No. What is this? There's like a little fireflies. Those aren't Pokemon. What the? Illegal. We should have a look at the encounter list as well while we are here, though. We have ourselves Nosepass, I think, as a Tiki Totem, like Easter Island head kind of thing. I like that. Grimer, I think. Right, I should hover over them. I think this is a Grimer. Beautifly, Ambipom. Apom has evolved from earlier. Venomoth, Primeape? Probably not Annihilate, but I mean, maybe, who knows. Morgrim, I think, is the middle evolution of Impidimp and Grimmsnarl. I think I have that name right. I think this is a Nuzleaf. Yanma. Dino could be good. Marini, we saw this before. It was a Trumbeak. Muscarane. Darumaka. Sizzlipede / Centiskorch. I think that's Centiskorch. Gerda, I think. A Frillish Cufant and Roselia. The Roselia looking kind of cool, actually. I like the look of the Roselia. Daytime, I see an Araquanid, I see a Steenie, I see a Buizel. Some differences. And nighttime, Golisopod, most notably, is the one that I see there. Okay. Some things from surfing, but we're probably not going to see too much of the surfing encounters anyway. Hey, do you battle? Jungle's out to kill me. He is ready to battle. Okay. Depending on the levels today, we might be able to get ourselves a Corviknight. I might try and aim for that just a little bit. I'm going to Parting Shot because I really shouldn't be leading with my Dark type in the Bug Jungle, really. That probably isn't a good idea, so I imagine we should just use Gongoozler. Holy, Gongoozler took some damage from that Leech Life. That is a Kabuto, not a Kabutops, mind you. That is a Kabuto. Holy, okay, let's relax. Did that crit? I assume that crit, because that was attack drop. That must have been crit, right? Right? That was crit, right? I sure hope so. I wasn't paying enough attention. We do, in fact, you know, just need to swap out a little bit. We have Signal Beam, which is super effective, so bonk. We get the Confuse. We don't get the hit itself in confusion part. Unfortunate. I would also like Comet to get more levels, just because I want everyone to be at a similar level, roughly. I do enjoy when my Pokemon are, you know, roughly the same level overall. Although I do really want to try and focus Wellesley a little bit. This is a little bit unfortunate. I don't really do well against Grass Poison. Poison I can use Duet, and that's fine. Grass I can use Gongoozler, and that's fine. Grass and Poison together, actually a little bit awkward for me. I don't really have too much. I have some things that are neutral, like Mineral Wave, which I mean, I guess I'll do. We're probably going to lose Comet, but I don't really have too much for Grass Poison, which is funny considering how reasonably weak of a typing it is in base Pokemon. But yeah, we will just go for our good old Fake Out. We will go for our good old Purge, even though it is not boosted. It will be enough to finish off the Palpitoad and get a little bit of XP where it is needed. Common wants to learn Diamond Storm. That is a good move. It's physical, right? Oh, it's not. The interesting thing here is Diamond Storm. One, it's stronger. Okay, obviously, so we can one-shot more things, which is good. But it also pairs really nicely with Glisten for us boosting our defenses. Physical defense boost from Diamond Storm here or there. After a Glisten, we start to become very tanky. It's a nice combo. Dropping speed is really nice for speed control. It is, and I do want to consider it, but I think the 20 base power just makes Diamond Storm more worth it. Like, if this was just Power Gem, I don't actually know if I would take Power Gem, but Diamond Storm, especially Diamond Storm that always raises defense, not the 50% chance that I think it is normally with Diance's move, I am going to learn that. That is good. That's a good move. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, another Stalk. Ambushed by a Pokemon. Same Pokemon? No, Frillish. Also Grass and Poison. Do you live a Dragon Claw? If you do, I will catch you. It did not live a Dragon Claw. That did crit, to be fair. That did crit. That was a little bit rude. But it does let me harvest the mushroom, I guess. We get a Sassy Mint if we want to make our Pokemon have some sass and boost their special defense. Sure. We get ourselves a Bug Gem, so clicking on other mushrooms is in fact worth it. Good to know. I do like when I land on the goodie spot. Electabuzz is bug and fighting. That is really, really, really bad for me. But Double Roar is super effective. Surely we just one-shot it and nothing bad happens to my Luxray. Bad things are going to happen to Luxray now. Defiant Boost. Oh, really bad things happen to my Luxray. I was like, I was expecting it to two-shot, but maybe the attack drop would be enough to put it to a more comfortable range, is kind of what I was thinking. That is not what happened in the slightest, which is a shame. So I actually do struggle against these typings a little bit. We don't do super well here. Like, we can corrode, and that's fine, but it's not going to be enough to one-shot. Yep, Seismic Toss is exactly enough damage to KO me. We had exactly 35 health. That is so rude. But the good news is Duet should be able to finish it off with a quick spell, with its nice priority, and we can at least get through the Electabuzz. Hi, Grimer. Oh. Frost Ground is a good typing. Unironically, it is a good typing. It's also a bit problematic for me. I'm going to go to Luminance. We're probably going to take a Grass type move, but it will hit for neutral, I think. Let's slide. We got lucky. Fine. We set up our Grassy Terrain, though, and we click Giga Drain, and this thing disappears. Liquid Ooze. Also, Mudslide again. That's fine. It didn't disappear. I actually thought it was going to disappear. I know it has Liquid Ooze. I'm still just going to Giga Drain again, though, to finish it, just because I'm not 100% confident that, we will have enough damage with Signal Beam, which is crazy, but I genuinely don't know. And we get the option for Recover on Duosion. Recover has a lot more value in Soulstones because of the fact that we get rewarded when we don't use up our limited amount of Hyper Potions we can use for a fight. So it is interesting. We don't need 3 Psychic-type moves. We don't. I really like Checkmate, but I don't see a world where Reuniclus is sweeping. You know, I don't see that world. So I think having Psyshock and Quick Spell just makes more sense. We go for a Psyshock, we do a lot of damage, we take it to low health, we take a hit, you know, before we get Psyshock off, and then the turn after we Quick Spell to finish it before taking another hit. I think that's more likely of what will happen. And maybe we can get into some good matchups where we can, you know, recover stall through some things when we have an advantageous typing. I don't think we're going to get checkmates often enough for this to work. We're not fast. I'm going to run recover instead. I think that makes more sense for the Pokemon overall. If we had, you know, some kind of... Okay, ow, don't grassy glide me. If we had some kind of trick room set up on the team to make it actually fast, then the value skyrockets on having the special attack boost. But we don't, so I'm not going to worry about it. Pokemon. Ugly, hideous, disgusting, ewy. So many big impressive words to follow up with ewy. Ewy is how I feel about that Pokemon the most, though. TM? No, it's another yellow mushroom. I thought that might have been a TM. Just because I saw the yellow and I thought it was going to be a yellow ball. But no, Dragon Grovyle. Bug Dragon. Honestly, kind of cool. Not living a Dragon Claw, though. Not in the slightest. That is 100% going in our favor. Hippopotas. I'm gonna actually Parting Shot, just because I think that we can go to Luminance and Giga Drain off of this just fine. I mean, we should resist everything just A-okay. We shouldn't have to worry about anything too much. Giga Drain is massively boosted and still neutral. We do, in fact, just KO. Nice. Okay. I still can't get over the fact that I said ooey after the other words. Ground Psychic, Giga Drain. Goodbye, Golduck. Nice try, buddy. I like seeing that Golduck is actually a Psychic type. That makes me happy. Oh. Next Mushroom. Another Frillish. The same thing applies. If it lives, I will catch it. I will go for a Lash Out. Dragon Claw killed last time, but it crit. Lash Out might not kill. Lash Out still killed. Okay. To be fair, Frillish's physical defense isn't good. Hello. You there. You look like a smart cookie. I do like cookies. You've said the right words to my heart right here. I need some help, you see. I'm a treasure hunter, and these ruins are rumored to be chock full of goodies. This man speaks my language. Barry? Barry gets it. Apparently, there are some riddles etched... Okay, you lost me. Etched on the stone tablets on the walls of each of these houses within the Indies ruins. If the riddles can be successfully answered, it's rumored that the tablets will loosen from their bearings and reveal the treasure they conceal behind the stone tablet. However, it's just my luck that I'm terrible at riddles. I am not any better. Would you be able to help me? I can try, but I am not better. There are 5 houses. Each of them will have a riddle. Okay. Split the treasure 50-50. I'm doing all of... Yeah, I'm going to give you this look. Come on now, don't give me that look. You might be doing all the work, but if it weren't for me, you'd never know there was treasure to be had. I'll give you the worst of them, maybe. I'm keeping 4. I will warn you, though, that by the look of it, many of these riddles seem to have their answer in the Pokedex. Oh, God, no. Please, don't. You really need to know your Pokedex entries to be successful. Or I guess you could brute force it. I will brute force it. But I don't really know what the consequences are if you keep answering the question incorrectly. I don't really want to experiment either in case the tablet's a booby trap or something. Let's see how bad it is. Let's see how bad this is. Oh. Immediately a Pokemon. We might have a different encounter table in here as well. We have Dark Grass Sneasel. Kind of going for like a Shiftry vibe. We'll take a brief look at the encounters in the houses. We have Riolu. We have Snom. Yamask with a drum kit is what I see over here, most notably. The Electabuzz that we just fought. Bronzong. Parental Bond Machoke. Okay. I'm pretty happy with my team right now, to be honest. So I'm not too worried about, like, changing the team around. Ew, ugly Planko. Ugly. 3 Super Balls. Nice. And this, I assume, is the riddle? No. Hi, would you happen to have a Hatena? I'll give you my Mischievous in exchange. No. Bone. Okay, nice. We have 10% of bones. Is there a reward at every 10%? There might be. Where is the riddle part? Unless this doesn't count as one of the houses that he was talking about. Ah, a riddle is etched onto the stone tablet. The riddle is as follows. My subjects do not have a queen, but I am their king. Who am I? Cloaking? Cloaking's actually like a king that has, like, a lot of things worshipping it. But there's no slow queen. Slow king feels right. Beartic sounds stupid. If it ends up being Beartic, I'm going to be annoyed. Durant, ants can have a queen, so I can see what they're going for there. I could see that being right. Slacking literally has only got king in its name. To be fair, though, there's no slack queen. I'm going with Slow King first. Then if this is wrong, I'm going to go with Durant. Okay, it is Slow King. Good, good. Okay, my Pokemon knowledge is somewhat there. Some treasure is found behind the stone tablet. Cards? Behind this tablet? Where are my goodies? Hello? Goodies? Goodies? Please, 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 I need the goodies. Behind the stone tablet. Behind the... Did I get anything? I guess I'm holding on to the treasures as congrats, you've got treasure 1. Why am I doing this hand motion for treasure 1? You know what I mean. We've got treasure 1. Once we get 5 treasures, it will be split when we've got all 5 and we hand in the quest, rather than me getting some of the rewards now and then handing some of them back to the guy later on. Okay, I see. Alright, that seems to be the end of the path on the right. We'll go back to where we were before near the cut tree, and we'll see another mushroom. Frillish? That sounds like Palpitoad. That is Palpitoad. Okay. Palpitoad, I need you to just, like, get bonked. Honestly, I'm not too worried about Palpitoad itself. We caught one. That's cool. I would like to catch a Frillish. Just because, you know, I feel like the ones in the mushrooms should be, like, rarer or something. They aren't, but I feel like they should be. Next puzzle. This is the tomb of one of our old folk heroes. Oh, you're battling me. Oh, I thought you were gonna, like, give me some lore or information, but no, you're just here to battle me, okay? Alright. We'll Dragon Claw the Poliwhirl. Actually kills. Nice. Next level up. Do we want Crunch? We have Lash Out. Crunch can lower defense, which is good. We don't really have anything that fails, so, I mean, we have no reason not to take Crunch. Plus, it's more PP as well, which... PP isn't really too much of a concern in a lot of places, but 5 is very low. So, I mean, I will take Crunch over that for sure. You're a light type. You're getting Crunch. Actually lives. We actually live. I didn't think either of us were going to live just there. But damn, we do both live. Fair enough. Yanma comes out. Now I think we want to swap out. Probably time to swap out. We'll go to Whirlsy, which is maybe not the best idea because we are weak to Bug. Stinger does a lot. Okay, alright. We go for a quick fake out. Oh, right, Bug resistance dark in this game. I don't think we're going to outspeed. I really don't think we're going to outspeed. And I really don't want to give this thing a Felstinger boost, so I'm going to go to Gongoozler because I regret my decision. I do not want Felstinger boosts happening in this game. I do not. That sounds like a really bad time. I'm just going to go for Big Fat Corrode. I do think it might be worth learning Sludge Bomb over Corrode, because there is a lot of times where I do just use Gongoozler without, like, setting up the Toxic Spikes, which is a whole gimmick, by the way, and I'm not doing it right now, but... I do often just go for the KO. Like, see, if that was Sludge Bomb, that crit would have KO'd. The Aftermath finishes it, but still, I mean, it would have been nice. Do we want Obstruct? Hello, Obstagoon. Considering this harshly lowers their physical defense, this isn't relevant for us because we're a special attacker, so no. Like, a Protect is nice, but I don't really care. I don't think I care. There is maybe some synergy with the rest of the moveset there. If we, like, get a Toxic on someone, and we can Toxic Protect stall a little bit as well and add that in. But, like, we could do that with normal Protect, so it's fine. Anyway, next Riddle. I don't use my eye sockets. My first thought was immediately, hey, it's going to be Magneton, and that is not on the right, so that's worrying. But I am still able to see. Who am I? Well, Machamp uses his eye sockets. Unless we're talking about in this game specifically with, like, different forms. The only one that makes sense to me if we're going by regular Pokemon would be Tangela. But I mean, it does use its eyes. They're still there. I'm going with Tangela because the rest don't make sense going by normal Pokemon. The tablet does not move. The tablet was booby-trapped and sent a Pokemon after you for attempting to access the treasure. What Pokemon, actually? Bronzor? Is that a Tingling? That was a Bronzor. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We just go for a Crunch. It's enough to KO. Okay, I don't care about the booby trap in the slightest then. Pokemon Protector fainted. You might be able to access the treasure if you attempt to answer the question again. Okay. In that case, I don't use my eye socket. Does Machamp with its parental bond thing have like the second form view for it? Maybe. Nope. It sure doesn't. I don't know. I don't even know if we've seen Raticate and Dodrio. Raticate was a ghost? So maybe Raticate? Okay, Raticate, sure. We get ourselves the treasure. That is treasure number 2. Ma'am, please let me out. Okay, treasure number 2. We are going by Pokedex descriptions in this game then, which makes sense, right? Okay, that's to be expected. I just wasn't 100% sure. So we should, in fact, you know, look at our Pokedex if we really want to. That might be a good idea. It could be pretty smart. Cricketune, hi there. I only have things to hit you for neutral, but you are just a Cricketune, so you might just die. Does survive. Okay, respectable, respectable. Cricketune was a fun Pokemon that we did have on the team for a little bit. We haven't been using a sound type, though. It is one typing that we don't have on our team right now that I think it would probably be a worthwhile investment to look into and see if we could get one. We could maybe go with... I'm just going to Twin Stars and hope we'll be fine against this incoming Grass-type move. Respectable. We could go with the sound-type Evolution. I think it was called Octavion. We could add that to the team and try it for a bit. The one thing that would stop me from wanting to do that is it was not as pretty as Galaxion. Stat-wise, I think it was probably fine. I don't remember any of their stats being, like, super standout impressive to me. Might be worth the investment? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with trying it. I'm just gonna let, this Luxray get bopped. I'm kind of fine with that, just so I can bring in, Duet to get a tiny bit of XP, just as it is a little bit behind the rest. I'm trying to keep my team somewhat even. It is a shiny after all. It needs some love here and there. And we'll get ourselves that mushroom. Yeah, Octavion could be worthwhile. I don't know if any of the evolutions have megas. That might change my opinion, to be honest, because Octavion was the one that I would consider the ugliest. That's not to say that the sprite work was bad. I don't want anyone to feel bad for themselves on sprite work. That's just that I'm comparing it directly to the Galaxy theme, and I have an obsession with the cosmic kind of look. It's what my entire like Steam profile is even based around. Like I got like all the MIDI profiles and stuff to be based around like the cosmos. I just really like that. So that's like far and away really, really pretty, and the other ones look more average to me. That's all it is. But yeah. I flap and fly, I buzz and bug, and I eat what gives me shelter. Who am I? Excuse me? A Pokemon that can learn Buzzbug, which I think is all of these, so that doesn't help. Flap and fly, and I eat what gives me shelter. I'm probably brute forcing this, I will be honest. I'm clicking Venomoth though, because moths eat everything. Okay, right, that's sometimes a simple mindset's the way to go. Okay, sure. And we'll have a quick speak to you. Get out of our ruins. Okay. You can't just be nice and be appreciative that, you know, I'm visiting and respecting the culture and just like enjoying my time here. No? Okay. Aussie Punch, goodbye, Luxray, that is fine. That is fine. Speed boost on the Sneasel, that is less fine. I don't love that. We can't go for priority move on Duet because there's a dark type, but we can go for a fake out, I guess. which is resisted, and it might not be strong enough, but I'm going to click it anyway. It was not enough, and that's really unfortunate. That is a shame. I guess we may as well go for a Proton Crash to try and see if we can get a speed boost ourselves, and let's hope that we don't get one shot. We got one shot. Okay, now we have a problem. This Fake Out would have been a good thing to keep around to actually deal with this. We now have a situation that has happened. I'm gonna go to Comet first and see if Comet can deal with it. Luminance might be a better swap, but Luminance also sets up the grassy terrain, which might get my it might get my Starmie killed with the stronger grass type move. See, we do live. Okay, worth it. We deal with the problem at least. That's good. That's good. A little bit scary there. Qfant comes out with its ground and psychic typing, meaning we don't really have too much for this. We'll just go for Twin Stars. I'm not going to worry too much about trying to preserve our 7 HP. Sword Power is going to be enough Chaos because we were at no health. And we can come in with Luminance to go ahead and start finishing things off with Giga Drain, now that I'm not too afraid about setting up the grassy terrain. Because if I came in and got like one shot on Luminance by a Mossy Punch, it probably would have one-shot the rest of my team actually, and that would have been a problem. Signal Beam is neutral. Next to the Dragon type being weak to Signal Beam, we get Gled, which sucks because that doesn't repair out of battle like the rest of our like HP recovery. That is a very, very convenient hitting itself. I do like Applin Chelos, by the way. Chelos might be one of my favorite Pokemon I've seen in this game just because of the amount of different forms. It's really cool to see all the different forms. Let's see. Do we have... I haven't looked in here in a while. Do we have good Paralyze heals? We have 2. That'll do. 2 will do. And let's put Comet in front for a bit so we can get some XP. And because I'm a cheapskate, I ran back and forth to get some recovery on my Pokemon without using my potions. Yep. I did, in fact, just run back and forth for like a minute. It was great. Hey, look, it's Venomoth, the guy that eats his shelter, apparently. We can go for a big fat Diamond Storm for super effective damage. I'm just concerned that we might get outsped or not kill, and then we'll get hit by a grass type move, but we're gonna go for it. We actually don't KO. That's really unfortunate. And Bullet Seed, depending on how many hits. Okay, we do live. We do live. We Diamond Storm again. I don't think we got a defense boost last time, did we? We did not get a defense boost. It said guaranteed to raise defense, but that did not happen before. Interesting. I'm gonna Diamond Storm again. Sleeve should die. Yeah, okay, good, good. Nice, I like that. A little bit of Shell Bell recovery as well, goes a long way. Progunk, ill. Ill. Gonna Diamond Storm again, hoping it. Okay, or we get a crit. Nice. Comet sweeping. Comet sweeping. This hasn't happened in a little bit. Let's go. Okay. Respectable. We have a bridge. I don't want to go over the bridge just yet. I want to see what's around. What wild Pokemon do we get? Yanma, boring. Get away from me, Yanma. I want to see shinies. You get 1 Fairy Dust. An item to be held by a Pokemon is a pile of enchanted dust that ups the power of Fairy-type moves, which we aren't really running right now, so that's not super relevant, I guess. Ew, stop showing this to me. I don't like that Krogunk at all. I really don't. Icky. Icky is the word. We have another Ruin on the right, which means another Riddle. I think that's Riddle number 4? Should be Riddle number 4. How am I already losing track? I'm actually struggling to count to 4 right now. That's a little bit awkward. You get some good damage on the Trumbeak. Another level into Comet. Very nice. Steamy. Yes, we Twin Stars. It's neutral, I guess. That is going to be enough damage. I'm actually surprised that's enough damage. Every time I one-shot something without a Glisten Up, I am a little bit surprised. Because I just expect to need a Glisten Up. Just gonna Diamond Storm. Decent damage. If it goes for a physical type move. Glare again. That's annoying. We still outspeed even Gled and Paralyzed. Damn. Okay. Okay. Well, we did have 1 more Paralyze heal, so I guess we'll use it. And I'm going to actually put Wellesley in front, and we'll see about getting it towards a Corviknight. Also, Mushroom. It is another Palpitoad. Okay, I was kind of hoping it'd be a Frillish, because we still haven't caught a Frillish, but that's fine. We can just go for a Purge. It was neutral and still boosted. Not quite enough damage to KO, unfortunately. But, I mean, it did Acid Armor, so you can just finish it with anything because it has 1 HP, and it went for a silly move. Nice. Mushroom acquired. Next room. Are you going to battle me again? I don't mind all the visitors to our lands as long as they're respectful. Then why did you battle me? I was like, oh, finally, someone that's not going to battle me. Wrong. We'll get a little bit of chipped fake out damage. I don't want to get that ground type move. We go to Luminance. Go for your ground type move, fool. Bulldoze. Pathetic, although the speed drop's kind of annoying. Giga Drain will do a lot of damage in return, though. It is neutral. Suction. Nice. Nice. Center Squash. Bug Poison. That I don't like. You're gonna go to sleep. Actually outspeeds us. I guess we did get bulldozed, but yeah. I'm surprised it toxics me rather than just going for literally any poison type move. Venom Drench. Okay. You go to sleep. That's kind of convenient. We can bring in, honestly, several things. We could go to Duet to try and get XP. It does risk the wake up into a bug move. But I like seeing my team at the same numbers. It makes my OCD happy. Hey, I have to. I must do this. Psyshock. Good damage. Is it enough for Quick Spell to finish? That's why we kept Quick Spell over Checkmate. That's why. Moments like that. And Anarth can come out. That is also a poison type, so Psyshock. Does enough to KO. Nice. Okay, respectable. A little bit more XP. And let's see what we are dealing with here. Firestone. I like that. Riddle. I hate my job even though I tell jokes and dance all day. Who am I? Literally. Bennett. Well, Bennett's just a doll. Well, no. This is in this game. Yeah, in this game, Bennett was like a jester. More of like a jester type appearance, right? I remember seeing Bennett. I'm going with Bennett. Okay. It was the only one I could remember actually seeing up to this point, so I assumed that they were being kind and letting me go with an answer that I would actually know at this point in the game, and it seems like that was true. Okay. I think everyone's fine enough. We're not welcome in the Indies Temple ground, stranger. We're dealing with some Cult of Time matters at the moment. And even if we weren't, we wouldn't be particularly keen to welcome outsiders like you into our lands. Interesting that we're not able to go there, considering that's where the story quest is directing me. Okay. What am I missing? What other path can I take that I haven't? We can surf. That's what I haven't done, first of all. Let's surf around and see if we can get into this building on the side. Also, we might just be able to, like, surf past the guy that's saying, hey, you can't come in. Not that I would ever say that we should do that, but if we can, we might just surf around him and ignore his warnings. Well, there's a Frillish, but I kind of want one from the mushrooms, you know? We get Icy Wind. Nice. That's not a bad TM to have. Is this a Frillish? Sounded like it. I want this Frillish. This is the Frillish I want. I don't want your normal grass Frillish. I want fancy Frillish. You get effect spawn and put to sleep. Okay. I'm gonna try and wake up and nuzzle. How much damage does that do? Okay, that does a lot. Okay. Nuzzle? Okay, we do get the nuzzle off at least, though. That's good. That's good. Used allergy. I sneeze. Achoo. Oh no, I'm dead. I've tumbled. We can go to Gongoozler, and we can throw ourselves a Super Ball, and we can get this thing caught. Again, Frillish. I don't know if it's a Pokemon that I'm going to use. Kind of depends on ability. Kind of depends on how good its defensive stats are. Could be an interesting special wall. We'll see. We'll see. Do I want to give you a nickname? Yes. You are Tube. And the reason you are Tube is because I thought of sneezing when I got hit by allergy. Hidden Power Dragon, interesting. Good special attack, good special defense, as I would expect from this Pokemon, to be fair. And honestly, special walls with grass poison typing, they're not terrible. They're not terrible. Okay. Last building. There's a guy in here. Let me guess, you battle me? Greetings, my friend. I get the sense you're looking for treasure. It just so happens I found 2 rare fossils in these ruins. Although it seems that these fossils are actually duplicates of ones I already have in my collection. I shall give you one and donate the other to a museum. Which of these 2 fossils do you want? You know, we used Armaldo a little bit in our Alpha Sapphire randomizer recently, but I haven't used a Cradilly in a while. I'm gonna go with Root Fossil. I'm going with Root Fossil. If you need to revive the Pokemon, take it to my colleague in the Pokemon Center in Lyra City. They'll be able to revive the Pokemon. Okay. I shall donate the other one to a museum in Draco City. Take care, my friend. I wonder if when we get to Draco City, I can steal it. Maybe shouldn't be my first thought immediately after he says that, but still. Final riddle. I am a beast of burden. I have water at all times. Suicune. And can even benefit from it at times, but I do not need it. Who am I? Camera. Camel. Stores water. Camerupt. Okay, nice. Okay, you know what? Those riddles weren't too bad. Alright, as we head back outside, there is another bridge. There's another mushroom that we haven't gotten for sure. Oh. Okay, goodbye, Frillish. That was the last of the mushrooms you needed to collect for Dali. You may return to her in the Indies Village for your reward. Yes, I think I will. This is probably where we need to go to continue. So we will head back here after we go ahead and claim our rewards. Alright, first things first, on the way back, my treasures, sir. Have you managed to answer the riddles? Yes. Ah, yes, treasure, and it's all mine. I will throw you into the swampy depths. I mean, it's all ours. Sorry, I tend to get carried away from time to time. Anyway, thanks for recovering all that treasure. Here's your cut as promised. Zen Headbutt. Art Scale. Orange Shots. Thunderstone. Yeah, I like that. 5k. Don't feel bad. You may have raided a few tombs, but look at the bright side. We're both rich now. Yeah. That is a good bright side. I do like the bright side of that, actually. And then our other reward. Ah, my friend, have you found my special mushrooms yet? Splendid. These will do nicely for my recipe. Now, if you give me a moment, I shall prepare the mixture for you and be right back. I'm all finished. Here are the potions I promised you. Offense Vials. Oh, Dragon Dance. Ooh, Intellect Vials. Calm Mind. Protection Vials. Cosmic Power. Oh, okay. Worth it. I will forget that I have those, but worth it. Alright, and we will leave ourselves off here so that we remember where we're going next time. More of a note to myself than anyone else, but if you guys have enjoyed these side quests and the fun little riddles, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, bye.